While mainstream horror gets all the attention, some truly disturbing films slipped through the cracks. These 10 forgotten horror movies are still shockingly effective and far more disturbing than you might expect. Number 10. Resolution.
Maybe you have split personalities and you're leaving each other gifts and shit.
A lot of drug addicts buried themselves.
When Michael receives a cryptic video from his old friend Chris, now a paranoid junkie living in a decrepit cabin, he decides to intervene. Chaining Chris to a wall in hopes of forcing sobriety, Michael expects withdrawal symptoms, not the eerie events that begin unfolding around them. As disturbing photographs, films, and messages appear from unseen forces, the isolated cabin becomes a prison of looping narratives and unseen eyes. Time and space fracture subtly, pushing both men toward a revelation far beyond addiction or friendship. Directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, Resolution is a slow-burning psychological horror that creeps under the skin through mood and mystery rather than gore. Number 9. Splinter. When Seth and Polly's simple drive to the woods devolves into a relentless nightmare, a chance encounter with an escaped convict at a lonely roadside leads them straight into an even deadlier threat. After their SUV is disabled and they take refuge in a rundown gas station, something alien and violent begins to overrun their fragile alliance. A parasitic organism that twists its still living victims into grotesque, spiny hosts hungry for warmth and blood. Directed by Toby Wilkins, Splinter traps this ragged band of survivors in tight quarters as rapid infection spreads and severed body parts become predators of their own, turning the environment into a shifting maze of danger. Number 8. May.
I love your tattoo.
You have a beautiful neck.
You have really beautiful legs.
What you reading about?
Amputation.
Is that for work?
May follows a socially awkward veterinary assistant named May Kennedy, whose childhood marked by persistent alienation festers into an uneasy adulthood where human connection feels impossibly distant. Haunted by her lazy eye and yearning for perfection in others, May fixates on potential friends and lovers, only to find every relationship slipping into rejection and frustration. As she seeks acceptance, her longing curdles into something far more unsettling, blurring the line between companionship and creation. With its eerie blend of melancholy and grotesque inclinations, the film crafts a striking portrait of loneliness pushed to the brink and the extreme lengths one might go to build a perfect connection in a world that keeps turning away. Number 7. The Crazies.
Go! Come on!
In The Crazies, the quiet farming town of Ogden Marsh, Iowa, collapses into chaos after a mysterious biological agent contaminates the local water supply, causing previously ordinary residents to snap into uncontrollable violence and frenzy. Sheriff David Dutton must confront the horrific transformation of his once peaceful community as neighbors, turn on neighbors with shocking brutality while the government imposes a draconian quarantine to contain the outbreak. Directed by Breck Eisner, this remake of the 1973 cult classic plunges its core group of survivors into an escalating fight for survival against both the infected townsfolk and the militarized response closing in around them. Number 6. Night Watch.
For centuries, that delicate balance has always been guarded by the underground forces.
In the alleys and underpasses of modern-day Moscow, a secret war brews beneath the surface. Anton, a weary member of the Night Watch, patrols the streets to keep the fragile truce between light and dark, a pact that governs the supernatural beings known as the Others. But when a child with unimaginable power emerges, the balance begins to tip, and Anton finds himself pulled into a centuries-old prophecy that could destroy everything. As the shadows deepen, betrayal and fate intertwine in a world where nothing is what it seems. Night Watch blends urban horror with ancient legend, weaving a stylish and relentless descent into a realm ruled by vampires, shapeshifters, and seers. With apocalyptic stakes and hypnotic visuals, it summons a dark mythology where the battle between good and evil is anything but clear. Number 5. The House on the Left.
These are two lovely girls, Justin.
Bring her back!
After a violent encounter in the woods leaves their daughter clinging to life, a couple unknowingly offers shelter to the very strangers responsible. Isolated in their lake house with no phone, no car, and no idea of what's just happened, tension brews with each passing hour as subtle clues reveal the horrifying truth. What follows is a brutal unraveling of civility as grief transforms into vengeance, and the line between justice and cruelty vanishes. Directed by Dennis Iliadis, the film is a savage home invasion nightmare drenched in rage and desperation. With chilling performances and a relentless pace, it holds you hostage in a home that becomes both prison and battleground. Number 4. Summer of '84. In the sun-soaked suburban sprawl of 1984, teenager Davy Armstrong becomes convinced that his seemingly friendly next-door neighbor, Mr. Kemp, is more than he appears. A suspicion that begins with small oddities and grows into something deeply unsettling. Alongside his crew of loyal friends and a basement full of CB radios, Davy starts tracking Kemp's every move, convinced the neighborhood watch captain is hiding a darker secret. As summer days bleed into long nights of stakeouts and cryptic clues, the idyllic veneer of their town begins to crack, revealing shadows in every backyard and doubt in every heartbeat. Summer of '84 laces teen adventure with creeping fear, turning innocent curiosity into a chilling quest for truth. With its nostalgic setting and rising tension, it captures a boy's descent into a mystery that refuses to stay buried. Number 3. Stir of Echoes. After being hypnotized at a casual party trick, Tom Witzke, a devoted family man and hard-working Chicagoan, begins to experience disturbing visions that blur the line between the living and the dead. What starts as fleeting flashes soon becomes a relentless cascade of spectral clues, drawing Tom into the unresolved mystery of a missing local girl. As objects shift, whispers echo through empty rooms and shadows slip just beyond sight. His once predictable life unravels into a waking nightmare where every reflection feels like a message. Directed by David Koepp, with its blend of psychological strain and supernatural intrigue, the film turns one man's curiosity into an unsettling journey through echoes of the unseen that refuse to remain silent. Number 2. One Cut of the Dead. In an abandoned facility where a ragtag crew is shooting a low-budget zombie movie in a single, unbroken take, things take an unexpected turn when the boundary between fiction and reality begins to blur. What starts as an ambitious, continuous shot horror sequence soon reveals itself to be part of a larger story about the struggles and chaos behind the camera. As unseen complications mount, from unseen undead to on-set mishaps and frantic improvisation, the cast and crew battle both the imagined and the all-too-real pressures of filmmaking. The film cleverly plays with genre expectations and filmmaking obsession, weaving comedy, terror, and meta-commentary into a single exhilarating experience. Number 1. Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Universal Pictures and Studio Canal proudly.
In the unrest of 18th century France, reports pour in of a monstrous creature slaughtering villagers across the Gévaudan countryside, its savage attacks sparking panic and superstition in every hamlet. To uncover the truth behind the bloodshed, the French king dispatches the cultured naturalist Grégoire de Fronsac and his fierce Iroquois companion Mani to hunt the mysterious beast that eludes every hunter's blade. As they delve deeper into the wilderness and courtly intrigue, the pair encounter hidden agendas, secret societies, and human corruption entwined with the creature's terror. Directed by Christophe Gans, Brotherhood of the Wolf fuses historical mystery with supernatural horror, martial arts, and political conspiracy to forge an unpredictable odyssey. Here are 4 other movies you have to see. The Collector. desperate man plans a robbery at a secluded country house, believing the family is away. But when he breaks in, he discovers someone else is already there. A sadistic figure who's turned the home into a deadly trap. With no way out, survival becomes the only goal. It's a grim, relentless cat-and-mouse game in one locked-down nightmare. Vacancy.
Can't be real.
I think it is.
Oh my God.
A couple's car breaks down, forcing them to spend the night in a rundown roadside motel. They soon discover hidden cameras and a series of disturbing videotapes left behind in their room. Realizing they're not alone, they must navigate a terrifying trap. The setting turns a basic motel stay into a night of claustrophobic horror. Fallen.
You're saying.
Haven't you done enough, huh?
A detective investigates a series of murders that echo the work of a killer he watched die. As the case deepens, he's drawn into something far older and more elusive than he anticipated. Mysterious events seem to follow him everywhere. The film builds a brooding atmosphere of suspicion, pursuit, and the unseen. Annihilation.
It's destroying everything.
It's not destroying.
A biologist joins a secret expedition into a mysterious zone where the laws of nature appear to break down. As the team ventures deeper, the landscape twists into something alien and mesmerizing. Each member confronts strange phenomena that test their grip on reality. It's a haunting journey into transformation, identity, and self-destruction.